Hi everyone, welcome to Cross Apiary. Today we're going to go into our two hives and just give them a general inspection. So the one on the right is A1, and that's simply, we thought we'd just name our apiaries Alpha Bravo Charlie. This is the first hive. The second hive, we got both nukes last August, and they've done really well over winter. So with A1, we never treated with for Varroa. When we did the Varroa count, it wasn't very high. We did actually manage to get 2 brood frames of honey off these. They produced that much, and it was actually heather honey, which is about 2.5 miles away. So they definitely went over for that. This one ate quite a lot of fondant through the winter, but it's quite a strong colony. A couple of weeks ago, we managed to find the queen finally. She's last year's queen, but we only had a yellow marker. So she's yellow marked, but she was actually last year's queen. A2, that was a smaller colony. It had quite a lot of brood, choke brood when we first got it. It didn't do quite as well, but we treated it for Varroa with oxalic acid, and it came through the winter really strong. Both of them have a super on at the moment, but we'll go in and check what it's like. And that one is a yellow queen from 5 years ago, so this one's her 5th season. So we'll go in and we'll have a look. So they're quite a calm colony, these, both of them are. I would say this one I'm opening up now is the calmer of the two, but they're both very, very placid. Do you want to bring it over, Jack? So, do you want to bring it over? So we had some fondant left over from winter, so we just put it on top. So as you can see, they're feasting on it. Take this brood box off. Now, as I said, this queen is, I think it's a blue queen, but she's marked yellow. So we'll have a look. So we put this super on last week. We didn't put a queen excluder on. We just wanted her to, if she wanted to lay up here, she could. If she didn't want to, then she wouldn't. So we gave her the choice. So let's have a quick look. Okay, yeah. Okay. So they've already drawn it out. They're filling it with, if you have a look, they're filling it with a bit of pollen, a bit of nectar. So they're definitely using it. I'll just take out another frame and have a look. A few nurse bees there. They're doing quite well. So we'll leave this super. Okay, so I'll just move this, where can I move the super? I'll move this along. So let's have a look at each frame. Right, they've got some stores in there. Now, last time we looked into them, we had to find the queen, so we had to do quite an invasive measure to find the queen, which means we had to shake off all the bees into a new brood box with a queen excluder, so all the worker bees could go down and we'd be left with the queen bee on top. Now, we did eventually find her, but it turns out she was actually on the fondant at the top. So, as I said, we marked her as a yellow queen, but she is actually, I think it's last year was blue. So I'll have a look, see if we can see her. More stores. And these bees are quite dark. There is a bit of, I think the queen bee did mate with a lighter bee because there's quite a mix of lighter bees and dark bees in here, but she herself is quite dark. Now what we're also looking for is any queen cells. Yeah, we've got some drone brood, got some worker brood. Oh, there she is, there's a queen. Lovely dark queen. She seems to be laying well, most of them have brood in. So we'll put her back in. Doesn't look like, I haven't seen any queen cells yet, which is good. They're not, don't look like they're swarming. I'll just give them a bit of a smoke. Well, I swear smoking makes them more angry. So, a lot of brood on there. On the other side even more, look at that. Beautiful. The other cells in the middle, the bees are seen to fill with honey. Bit of propolis on there, get rid of that. Come on bees, move in. That's sticking. Come on bees, move out of the way. And that's not an audio we've put on, there is some turkeys behind you. More brood. We'll take that bit of comb off the bottom, nothing in it. Yeah, this one looks a bit patchy, but I think they've just laid. I can't see if there's any eggs in there, but I'm not too worried. She seems to be laying alright. More drone, more brood, very, very full with brood. Bit of stores on that side. Yeah, that one's going to be capped soon, right at the bottom. The drone, no, middle one which is open. You see the larva's down, so that'll be sealed soon. It's looking really good. Come on, I've got these. Little bit of brood. Yeah, but getting to more stores, and the next one looks like just stores. So in fact, I think what I might do, I might move this out a bit and put a fresh frame in the middle to see if they'll, well, when I say fresh, they've already drawn that one out. So I'll take one from the edge. To try and force them to draw it out instead of them laying up above. So we've seen the queen, which is good. Let's try and slot this one in here. Bees might not like it, but if I do it gently. There we go. Got my glove stuck. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we'll put the super back on. Try and get bees to move. They'll finish that fondant soon. Is that right? Okay. Put the top back on and then that's it. Okay, all right, let's go to the other one. Oops, just knocked it. They're gonna love that. Now of the two hives, I'd say this one's a more aggressive hive, but it's still calm compared to some other hives we've been in. Oh, they've pushed it out of the way. Oh well. I'll flip this round then. There's no bees in there anyway. Now I said this one's a yellow queen, but that was because we didn't have any other markers. She's actually 5 years, this is a 5th year. So we've got a queen excluder on here. They seem to have stuck it down to the queen excluder. They seem to properlise it all. We'll see, we might take this queen excluder off. Yeah, I don't think they like that queen excluder. All right, let's take a few frames out. Let's put it at the front. So they're just starting to draw this frame out. Just stores. Quite a lot of stores. You can get closer, Jack, if you want. Wow, there's the queen. I said this is her 5th year, so as you can see, she's laying quite well. That's all brood in there, drone brood. She's got a bit on the other side, but yeah.
Found both queens.
Found both queens, that's the first, isn't it? Yeah, so the Nova queens are in there. And we'll have to watch this one quite a bit, because it might mean that halfway through the season she might... Wow, look at that. Perfect. She's an absolute brilliant queen, considering this is her 5th year. Unreal. This one's gonna explode.
She's that queen in that one.
She is, yeah. Well, this one had quite bad choke brood, but she sorted it all out. So this one looks a bit patchy, but they've probably just hatched. But she's filled, absolutely filled it.
So drone at the bottom, isn't it?
A lot of drone, yeah. Now, there's not a lot of stores, but I think there's enough to keep them going. It's not going to be that bad weather. Come on, bees, move out of the way. Well, I'll put a frame in the middle so they'll draw it out, so she has some more room to lay. But yeah, she's a brilliant queen, this one is.
How can you put cheapies in?
This one was, we got this from Vanook. But she always seemed to love laying on her comb. And on this one, she always seemed to lay in it better than all the others. I think I'll remove the queen excluder, just because if she needs to lay somewhere, then she can lay above. Yeah, there's a lot of brood in here. She's laying really well.
What about the stores?
She's got a bit of store on that one frame. She had a bit of stores.
Any on them, right?
There's one on here. There's not really anything on them, no. But I'll remove the queen excluder, so if she needs to go up there, she can. Yeah. This one feels a bit heavier, so there might be more stores on this one. Loads of brood.
Perfect.
That is fantastic. She's laying so well.
For an old girl.
For an old girl, yeah. Because when we got her last year, she was already marked yellow. And obviously it's yellow again this year, so yeah, she's managed to survive a hell of a long time. This one feels a bit heavier. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stores on there. Fair bit. So what we'll do, we'll put one of these frames towards the middle to try and checkerboard it to encourage them to draw it out, so she has a bit of more room. But she's laying like a good one. It's got nothing on. They've chewed it through a bit. So we'll put that in there, and this should draw it out fairly fast. And I think we'll do the same at this end. Maybe push it from here, because the queen was on the second to last one. So if we just push this over. And we'll slot this one in. Now, there is something else which is interestingly happened, which will be the next video out. And that is, we managed to find a fellow colony. So the farm we have these bees on, up here in Lancashire, the owner, he has quite a few fields, yeah. And he had a fallen tree, so he got some loggers in to I don't know why that's not laying straight. Have they drawn some braid? It'll be right. He got some loggers in to cut down a tree, and they noticed one of the other trees wasn't blooming. So in other words, it was dead. So they said, do you want us to remove it for you? Because otherwise it'll come down the year after anyway. So they said, aye, remove it. And as they removed it, they realised there was a colony of bees. So that was on Friday. So today's Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. So we went down with Chris, our bee mentor, and we did our best to get them out. We couldn't. They were the most placid bees I've ever seen, and Chris said the same. And yeah, we tried our best to get the comb out. We got some comb out. We didn't manage to find the queen, so we've just left her in the log she's in, and we're feeding her a bit just to help build them up. And when they get a bit stronger, we can see about removing her into an actual hive. But today we got a call from the loggers who were back, and there was another colony in the other log. So it was probably the same colony. As they've cut up the logs, they've split the colony in half. So now we think we managed to get one of the queens in the nukes. So fingers crossed we can have a colony or two of feral bees. And they were so calm. We were in there scraping out the logs and the comb, and they weren't bothered. But yeah, so I'm Tom from Cross Apiaries, and I'll put a link to our shop. We've got an online shop selling beehives and bee equipment, and yeah, hope to see you on the next one.